Well, what's up, Nerdy Nation? Welcome to the Nerdy Side Up. I'm Ben.
I'm Lou, and welcome to episode 3.
Wonderful. Episode 3. We're back at it again.
Yeah,
It's becoming a series now.
It's becoming a franchise.
It's becoming something, that's for sure.
Definitely.
How are you?
Yeah, good, bro. You?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. So, did you do your homework from last week? Or last episode?
Well, yeah, I was going to say last episode. Was it last week? The weeks blur into one for me.
They do.
I'm not really sure. Remind me of my homework because I might have done it.
It was first console and first game.
I did do my homework.
Good boy.
First console, PlayStation 1.
Nice.
Many, many years ago, me and my little brother got a PlayStation 1 for Christmas, back when they were wildly amazing, and it was a joint present, and it was all this sort of stuff. And if I remember rightly, Driver 2 was the game we got with it.
Awesome.
A, awesome game. B, something you don't see very often, double disc.
Yes.
And you had to get so far in disc 1 before you put disc 2 in there to carry on. And you couldn't do disc 2 until you got to that level.
Yeah, I think I always remember Metal Gear Solid, the first one, that was double disc.
Yeah, but yeah, the good old double disc, because they didn't have enough memory for the game.
Nope.
And I'm pretty sure it was also top down.
Yes, it
top
was.
Top down driving.
And you had to do like those little was it pre-missions?
Yeah.
Like the tutorial was like pre-missions before.
Yeah.
And was it in Driver 2 where you had the bridge that used to lift up and you'd always try and jump it?
I mean, now you're talking. Yes, you might be right there.
I think
it's been probably 20 plus years since I played it.
And however, Driver 2, you could get out of the car, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Because in Driver 1, it was just cars only.
Yeah. However, I am in the process of setting up my games room, so I have still got the game. I have still got the PlayStation. I will try and dig it out, and I'll let you know.
Yes. See if my memory is correct.
Absolutely, see if the memory is correct. But yes, so I did do my homework. Did the teacher do his homework? You set the task.
No, I didn't. But I've got a good memory.
Wonderful.
As we've just proven, hopefully,
absolutely.
with Driver 2. So mine was a Sega Mega Drive. Again, I got that on Christmas morning, and I remember my mum, in a box there was the free Sonic games, and I was like, "Oh, I've got Sonic," and my mum was like, "And you've got Sonic 2 and Sonic 3," and to which my answer was, "Yeah, I suppose I have." So my mum and dad probably thought ungrateful little shit, but many of happy hours played Sonic on like Green Hill Zone, and it was just an awesome game.
I was rubbish at Sonic. And I think this is a testament to how games have got easier over the years, because they didn't know how to market it at the time. Because I always found things like Sonic, things like the original Crash Bandicoot, things early era games were unnecessarily difficult for the market that they were aiming for, the kids that they were aiming at. I remember going back to Crash Bandicoot when it was remastered, thinking, how on earth did I do this as a child? Because I remember finishing, not completing it 100%, but I remember finishing all the levels as a child, and I could barely do it as an adult.
But a lot of the games as well, like I'm talking of Crash Bandicoot, they had like time trial levels, and it was like a nervous wreck.
Borderline impossible to do most of them. You had to be perfect on all of them. I couldn't do it.
I remember on Sonic as well, I can't remember what zone it was, but there was actually a level where you'd be going along and the water would like be filling up on the screen. Yeah. And
the difficulty level was just
I think that's where I first learned how to like rage quit and swear.
Yeah, to be fair, I think many a rage quit, many a frustrating days playing those sort of games. I'd never got on with Sonic very well. Couldn't do it. Just wasn't a bit of me. But here we are, all these years later, still living and breathing and playing those old school games because they are just so much fun.
Ain't no school like the old school.
This is very, very true. But yeah, so well done. We did our homework. Ish. Yes, we did our homework. Now for a trip into the future, because there have been a lot of new things announced.
Yes, I can hardly keep up with it all.
Absolutely loads. What have you got to start us off with?
What haven't I got?
This is very true.
It'd probably be easy to tell you that. And also where to start. So I'll probably go to trading card games section because there's been quite a lot.
There's been lots of news in the shiny cardboard era.
Obviously, the new Temporal Forces has been released by Pokemon.
They need to slow down a little bit because it almost feels like they're releasing too many card sets over the year. Kind of
Well,
detracts from the collecting part of it for me.
Well, I think this is obviously part of the Scarlet and Violet genre that this seems to be growing like by the second.
Yeah.
And a bit of good news on that, we actually won our first Instagram competition, and we have won a Temple Forces Elite Trainer box. We've also won.
It was a plush as well, wasn't it?
The plush, yes.
Dealing plush, which is adorable. And was it the spray, the cleaning spray from
Coat Collectibles? Yes, thank you to him, and also
big up to those three.
Pokemon Jim and Matt VMAX for the competition. We look forward to receiving that soon, and we'll do a video of us going that.
Absolutely. However, coming back to the Pokemon cards, they need to slow down. I don't, as a Pokemon fan, I don't feel any emphasis in completing sets because it's just
not enough time.
There's not enough time to do it.
Well, there's another new set coming out in May.
Yeah,
which is the Twilight Masquerade, again from the Scarlet and Violet.
It's too
ever-growing.
Needs to slow down. I understand it's a massive multi-billion-dollar franchise, but for the love of Arceus, please slow down so I can complete a set.
Well, I think I'm still trying to complete Obsidian Flames.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's 3 or 4 sets have gone past since I've even remotely tried to finish one, so... Slow down, please, Pokemon Company. That'd be grand.
Yeah. Also, there's the Star Wars trading card game that they've released. Our good friends over at Board at Home did a launch party, which sadly I couldn't attend, but I am looking forward to popping in there soon and learning how to play that, because that does look a little bit different.
Yeah.
It looks like there's some good cards in there.
Star Wars. You can't go wrong with Star Wars game.
It's a classic.
There should have been a Star Wars game years ago. Like cardboard. I would have collected Star Wars cards. Let us know. Was there a Star Wars card game? And did I miss it? Did I just go through that phase where I've just completely missed it?
I remember there being the Pogs and the Tazos.
Yeah.
But I don't actually remember a card
Don't
game.
remember it being a
Might
TCG.
be wrong, but yeah, let us know. And again, never really been a Magic the Gathering fan.
No,
I've never really understood it or got into it. But lately, they've sort of jumped on a few gaming series. Well, I say gaming. There was the Lord of the Rings one.
Everyone searched for the One Ring.
Yes, which now I think Post Malone paid something like $2 million or pound or whatever it was.
Yeah, to be the owner of that.
But they've done a Fallout one.
Cool.
That looks. I haven't really looked much into it because I like the game. I just, like I say, not really. But the one I am looking forward to, and I'm very hyped for, is they're doing an Assassin's Creed Magic the Gathering.
That's cool.
That's coming out in July.
Do you reckon they'll do a 1 of 1 Apple of Eden?
I haven't heard anything, but that's a very good shout.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because that really got the hype around the Lord of the Rings. That would be cool. If they continued that sort of vein.
A one-off every now and then.
Did a 1 of 1 special edition sort of like... And the Apple of Eden will work really, really well with that, considering it's kind of the main focal point of most of the Creed games. But that's exciting.
They've got
really cool.
a starter kit, a Beyond booster box, a collector's booster box, and what they call a bundle, which I believe is very similar to like an ETP. In the like Pokemon box. That's what I've read up, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I just don't understand the game. It's just way too much for my brain, to be honest with you. I don't think I'll ever understand it. However, the cards look cool.
They do, and there's apparently a Marvel Magic the Gathering coming out next year.
Cool.
So that could be a potential.
Yeah.
Disney Lacana, they seem to be throwing cards out a bit like Pokemon at the moment.
Yeah, trying to keep up with the hype with it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, some of the artwork on it is actually really nice.
Stunning cards.
I've seen a few cards.
Stunning cards, for sure.
Is it the 4th or 3rd drop now, which will be Ursula's Revenge coming out later this year?
That'd be cool.
Mid this year, I think. Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah, love a bit of TCG.
Well, talking of TCGs, Kent is getting its very first trading card show on Saturday the 1st of June, which hopefully we'll be attending. I know that's been set up by the guys over at the Sub Centre.
Yeah, indeed.
And I saw today that Professor Oak
the
From
voice of the man.
From the cartoon TV series, he will be attending. So hopefully we'll get to meet him and get his autograph. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah, that'd be amazing. But the sub centre do a lot for TCG and general collectors anyway. So
yeah,
it's always worth.
If you're ever in the Herne Bay area, say hi to Dan.
Yeah, it's always worth having a look at them if you want to get any of your collectibles graded as well. You can't go wrong with a reputable company like that. But yeah, any more on the trading card news? Because I feel like there's lots of news going on in the world of trading cards.
Yeah, I think I've covered everything. Well, I hope I have.
If you missed anything,
yeah,
obviously let us know. But that's lots of shiny cardboard for lots of us to get excited about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Moving on swiftly, something that's intrigued and excited me personally.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, the new Star Wars Acolyte trailer.
Yes, buzzing.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. We're kind of exploring and jumping into a different time within the Star Wars galaxy. I believe this is set like a good century before the story of the Phantom Menace. So we're really looking at a time of light, a time of peace, a time of like really no sort of introduction to the Sith or to the dark side and stuff like that. And the trailer does a really, really good job of highlighting that the red saber is weird to be seen at the time.
First, yeah.
Yeah. The thing that I did like, and I think it's one of the very first sort of instances where we're going to see more than just red, blue, and green lightsabers, because in the trailer there's multiple instances of gold sabers. So I'm quite excited to see how they transfer the kind of generally accepted methods of colour of lightsaber crystals into a real world sort of example. And if we're going to see anything different as well, we're going to see any more purple ones.
No, I think that's just exclusive to Mr. Samuel L. Jackson.
I mean, that would be great. However, will we see any further colours? Will we see anything other than just gold? Is the gold just going to be added to the whole frame of system? Or are we going to see some further instances? Are we going to see some grey ones? Are we going to see... What are we going to see? Would be really interesting to watch. That comes out June, I want to say, with a double episode premiere. So
yeah, Disney seem to do that, don't they?
Yeah,
because
which is good.
Yeah, because obviously the X-Men,
the
new series on that has dropped yesterday, I believe, with a double episode, and then Wednesday release. Obviously, it's called X-Men 97. It picks up from where it left off in 97, where obviously, sadly, Charles Xavier has passed away. And I believe, I haven't watched it yet, but I know it's done really well. It's had like 4 million viewers in the first 5 days, making it the most, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like the most viewed release of an animated series.
Yeah, amazing. I will have to watch the X-Men from 1997. It wasn't a bit of me when I was younger.
No, they are all available on Disney+.
I think the X-Men series has kind of developed as I've grown up. And I've appreciated them more as I've grown up. So I may have to go back and watch the original.
I would recommend it. I mean, I remember coming home from school and it was the X-Men cartoon series and Spider-Man TV series.
So I might dive into that and see if I can get myself lost in the story of X-Men, and then pick it up with this new series, which does look like it's going to be a bit of a winner given those viewing stats first few days, first week. So
let's hope so.
Indeed. The other one, next one, because we've got a list because they've all come out this week. Penguin.
Yes, Penguin series.
The
DC.
new Batman saga on, I think it's HBO Max, I want to say.
I believe so. It's not years with them, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks actually quite good. DC seem to be entering their sort of like villain origin story era. And I don't know about you, but I'm here for it. And the reason I'm here for it is some of the superhero films have been really, really lackluster.
Yeah, they haven't quite hit home.
They haven't quite hit home, and I don't know if that's because they were directly competing with Marvel, who did hit home, especially during the Infinity Saga.
Yeah, they hit the ground running with that, didn't they?
Yeah, so I'm not sure if that. However, I enjoyed Joker,
Yes,
the original one.
I think, in my opinion, I think DC have done the TV series better than Marvel.
Yeah,
I mean, Gotham, what a series that was.
unbelievable.
Unfortunately, I say they did it better. I mean, again, my opinion, Batgirl, Batwoman that they did, can't really say I enjoyed that. Sort of didn't really do what it could have been.
Yeah, and I think that is the story of DC's life. Is what could have been for all of these sort of TV series, all of these sort of films, but they are starting to. I think DC have better villains.
Yeah, the range of villains
and the range and the quality of villains, and you just want to see an origin story for most of them. So I think the fact that someone's taken that and gone, do you know what? Let's run with it. Let's do some villains.
Because as well, Colin Farrell is reprising his role as the Penguin, isn't he, in the series? So, and I think he played that really well in the Batman film.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So hopefully it transitions into a really, really good series or film. I think it's a series.
It is a series, yeah.
Yeah, so it transitions into a good series, and we get another good villain origin story, which DC seem to have found their niche for. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Or should we say fins crossed?
Yes, fins crossed, indeed. What's next on your list?
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I see that's come out. Again, haven't seen it. I am looking forward to going to see it. Had a quick look just at the review stats. No spoilers, but doesn't seem to be doing that well. Rotten Tomatoes only gave it 44%.
Better than some things.
It's definitely better than some things.
It's better than a lot of things. So I'll run with a 44%.
Yep, I'll go that. It does look very good. I mean, it's
I think the thing with Ghostbusters is always going to be, and always has been, a bit of a tongue-in-cheek film.
Yes.
It's very much
middle of the road.
Yeah, middle of the road. This should be ridiculous.
But it works.
And it should also not work. However, it does. So I can roll with the 44%, and I think I'll enjoy it nonetheless. I've enjoyed the rest of them.
It's the old school meets the new school from the Ghostbusters. And I also saw, because I believe you went and I went when we both went to New York, we went to Hook and Ladder, which is the Ghostbuster house. Obviously, I see they gave that an ice makeover.
They did.
See what I did there?
Very, very
it did look,
ice makeover.
Did look very cool. Also, McKenna Grace, who is in Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, apparently she is rumoured to be running for the live-action Zelda movie. Obviously, she will play Zelda. So,
again, that, in theory, should be a good movie.
Should be. Depends on how they go with it, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean, Ocarina of Time, or it's quite a vast. It's quite a lot to play with.
Yeah, there's loads to play with, and I just hope that they do it justice. Personally,
yes,
I really do hope that they do it justice. However, we shall see. Moving on swiftly, more films from our childhood are resurfacing.
Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton back as Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah. You said it twice.
Oh, yeah.
Don't say it again.
No.
Something might go down.
All hell could break loose.
Exactly that. You said it twice. Leave it there.
So what I've seen from the trailer, it's the Dietz family. Lydia Dietz is back, but obviously she's had a daughter of her own. Her name's Astrid, which is played by Wednesday Addams' General Ortega.
The queen of horror films at the moment and horror franchises.
I personally think she will fit quite well. How she played Wednesday Addams is basically fits into the new. I'm not going to say it for a third time, but everyone knows. It seems to be. It starts off with some sort of family tragedy. From what I've seen, there's a funeral. I think it might be Charles Dietz, which was the father, because we have Catherine O'Hara back as Delia. Yeah. So I think that's where it might be going.
Yeah.
And then The Juice is Loose. And that will be September the 6th. That comes out. So, yes, plenty of cinema trips.
Yeah, there's going to be lots of cinema trips this year.
It's also 25 years for The Phantom Menace, isn't it?
Yes. I did see somewhere, I think I sent to you, that was coming.
Yeah, I think I know the View is showing it because I think that's what you sent me. So
So we'll definitely have to hop onto the old watching more films from our childhood, revisited, remastered, or told in a different way, which is rather exciting for me personally. Anything else?
No, I don't think there's much else left to cover.
I was going to say, yeah, we've there's lots. There's so much going on in the world at the moment, and there's so much for us to enjoy watching and enjoy reliving as 90s children. We are really hitting our stride in the modern era of nerdiness, which is going to be grand. I think I'm most looking forward to Acolyte and diving into the world of cartoon X-Men. I think is probably going to be my first go-tos. And yeah, hopefully we're in for another great
year. Yes, let's hope so.
Unless you have anything else, I think we've covered most of the world of nerdy news for the last few days.
Yeah, I believe so. Oh, actually, no, there is one more thing. With obviously me being a massive Tim Burton fan, as you well know.
As I well know.
I believe there has been in like America, Tokyo, Japan, and all that sort of place. There's been a Tim Burton expedition, and it's all things. I won't say that's one of the films again for the third time, but obviously Corpse Bride, Nightmare Before Christmas, and I believe that's coming to London this year.
Oh, okay.
So I very much be looking forward to going to that.
Absolutely.
So it's right up my street. Hopefully
absolutely.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think. For me as well, obviously you're a massive Tim Burton fan, me being a massive Pokemon fan. I believe the European Championships come back to London as well.
Yes, at the XL.
And there's going to be a pop-up Pokemon Centre, which I'm excited for.
Yes, April time, is it?
Yeah, I've always wanted to visit a pop-up Pokemon Centre. I've always wanted to visit a Pokemon Centre. I will get out to one day.
Yes.
Because when I went to New York, it was Nintendo World. They'd changed it from Pokemon Centre.
No need for that, is there?
No, there was no need for that.
But haven't they still got the, correct me if I'm wrong, the Pokemon Centre not fire hydrant, manhole cover?
Yeah. I think
that attracts a lot of people.
But that was, we're looking at 6-7 years ago that I went, so it's been a long time, but I will get back out to one soon. But yeah, so hopefully we'll go to that. But we're definitely going to get to a few shows this year.
Yes, there's plenty of people that we've met through Instagram that we can't wait to meet
in person. So yeah, I guess that's all for now.
I guess that's a wrap.
Yeah. So until next time,
stay
nerdy, people.